Okay, welcome everybody to our training broadcast. We're going to get started here in just a moment, so please make sure you have pen and paper to take notes. Also, make sure you let your mentor know you are on the call. We're going to get started here in just a moment. And welcome everybody to our training broadcast. We're going to get started here in just a moment. So please make sure you have pen and paper to take good notes. Also, make sure you let your mentor know you are on the call. We're going to get started here in just a moment. And tonight, guys, we're going to go through the prospecting steps as well as thanks, Haley, the back end, meaning your training steps. So then this way, you guys are clear on what you need to be doing from both ends, whether it be the front end or the back end. And then this way we can also make sure, you can access this at any time that you need it in order to, refresh your memory, or if you have any questions, you can access this and we'll go from there. All right, looks like y'all can see me. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go over a couple of things here. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to go through first is our prospecting steps. So you guys want to write this down. Your prospecting step includes your dial sessions, as well as like your sign up call ones, your sign up call twos, and things of that nature, including your pack to brand partner. So the first thing you want to make sure you're looking at is when you go to daily numbers, under the GPS system, daily numbers, you're going to go to personal TPs. I look at this every single morning so I can see where I'm on and where I'm off in my numbers. So the first set of numbers you're going to look at is your percentage outside of the pipeline, which is your number of 2 books, which mine is very high, plus your number of rebooks, which that's actually kind of high, divided by your packs shipped. Now you want that to be under 10%. So if you take my 2 books plus my rebooks, which is 16, divided by 37 is 43%. So I have to book a lot actually to get under 10%. Then the next set of numbers you want to look at is your first pack calls and how many you have confirmed for 24 and 48 hours. The second set of numbers is your second pack calls, the number that for 24 and 48-hour confirmation. And then lastly, guys, your key metrics, which is your pack to brand partner. Now your pack to brand partner is to be under 3 to 1, because then that is going to help your business be profitable. 3 to 1 and under equals a profitable business. So in order to get your numbers in line, your prospecting step numbers in line, is by conducting what's called a dial session. Now, in your training, you would have gone over the 1-hour schedule and the dial sessions and the number you should have every single day, which for part-time, write this down, is 6 to 8 dial sessions per day. Full-time is 10 to 12 dial sessions per day. So you want to make sure that your weekly number is totaling whatever it is that you're doing, whether it be part-time or full-time, and that you're reporting your dial sessions to your enroller after you're done. And if you're confused on how to report, please make sure that you get with your mentor right away so then they can teach you exactly how to do that. It's a simple report right to Skype that goes right to them, so they are clear on your dial sessions. So that's pretty simple from the prospecting step. Now, the other thing you guys need to also make sure when you're doing your prospecting step is don't forget your email leads too. So those that are working TP buyer leads, you're going to look at these numbers in the morning because this is where your numbers will fall. Those that are working email leads, you're going to find those under contacts and then email leads. So how many email leads do you have that you are currently working actively to get into an appointment? Now, the next set of numbers that you guys want to be looking at on a consistent daily basis is the number of people that are in your training roster. Now, our prospecting step is obviously very important to get people into the business because that's where our front end money comes from. However, in order to retain a residual income, which is why we all came here, is to make sure you're also looking and working the back end of the business, which we call our training rosters. So it's actually our training rosters and our conference call rosters. So you want to write that down. Training rosters and conference call rosters. Now, the conference call, the training roster, you're going to find they have updated the GPS office. As you can see, it looks a little different. It looks actually really cool. And where you're going to go is under contacts and new enrollees. Contacts and new enrollees. Now, under here, guys, you have both my enrollees as well as team enrollees. Now, my enrollees is your own personal people that you enrolled. So you want to take a look at that first. So for me, for example, I have 3 folks that look like they've gone canceled. It might have actually been a reason why. Okay. May have been like a charge issue. I have 2 that are in the red, which I need to find them ASAP, and then I have 2 that are in the green, which they are on track and doing well. So I would want to call and congratulate those people. The red you need to find as soon as possible because when they fall into the red, guys, that can indicate that they're probably going to quit sometime soon. And then there's also a yellow, which is usually right in between here. And that will those ones, they're taking a little longer to get through that section for whatever reason. So you want to just call them and see what's going on. Now, if you have a team underneath you, which many of you do, you click on team enrollees as well and go through the same thing. So you go through the same numbers, see where your team is, where they are, why they are where they are, and help your team understand who they need to be contacting as well, especially if your first line folks who are bringing people into the business are newer. They do need a little bit of help with understanding where to look and how to find it and then what to do and follow up from there. Now, it is important that we are getting people through the training in 5 days or less so then they are earning a check as soon as possible because we all came here to make money. So did they. And you want to make sure that they are logging into the system, getting through training in a timely fashion, and getting out of training as soon as possible as well so they can start earning money. So those are the areas that you want to look at for your training numbers and where everybody is. And then lastly, guys, is your conference call rosters. So if you go in your GPS pack tracker, this is typically where I go and look every day for my conference call rosters. Under rosters, you're going to go to conference calls, and then you're going to pick the next one. So for example, our next one is 6-figure countdown. So you click on roster, and you have here everybody's name, phone number, so on and so forth. So like, for example, and guys, obviously you're seeing names and phone numbers and things like that. Please don't write them down. They are confidential. I'm just using the folks that are on my team as an example, but please, like I said, do not write them down. Do not call them or anything of that nature. So you're going to then, for example, Irene, I have her phone number here. So I can actually click to dial right from Skype, which is awesome. I have her time zone, so I know then when I am confirming her for the call, I know what time to tell her the call is. And then I have a red for her not being able to come to the broadcast. And I have a green, meaning she has RSVP'd for the broadcast. So then what you would do is just check the red or the green once you talk to them, and then you'll know who you've already talked to RSVP for and who you've left to talk to. And then also it obviously shows you the number of people you have in your organization or in your specific team that you would need to contact in order to have the numbers that you need to report then up to your coach when the broadcast is starting. So that's where I typically, one second, guys. That's where I will typically find my conference call roster because it's the easiest place to look, and I can dial right from here in order to get these folks onto the broadcast. So with that being said, guys, I did want to keep this fairly short because I want to be able to use this for you guys. If you ever have any questions or you need to check back and see where it is that you find these pieces of information, I didn't want it super long, so then this way you guys can look at it as often as you need to in order to follow what it is you need to be looking at on a daily basis. It is pretty simple. Once you get used to looking in the specific areas that we just covered, you should have no problem going step by step every single morning and looking at your business in its entirety and knowing exactly what it is that you need to do and how you need to do it in order to make the changes in order to make your business profitable, as well as in order to get folks where they need to be and when they need to be there for either checkpoint in regards to their training or the next broadcast that we have that we need a roster for. So I hope this was helpful for everybody. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to send me a message. As soon as this gets processed on YouTube, I will send it out as an email as well. So then this way you guys have that. And again, anything that you guys need, just let us know, and we'll see you all around the internet. Bye for now.